Hey guys, so today I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Beauty Killer 2 palette that was in my Halloween Supreme Mystery Box that I showed you in yesterday's video. So I went back and watched the video that Jeffree posted when this was launched about a year ago, I guess it was. And the look that he had on his eyes, I'm assuming, was created by Lipstick Nick, his makeup artist. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. Remember in yesterday's video, I said that I would probably never use the yellow? Well, the yellow was used for the whole inner part of his look. And I could kind of tell just by looking at the look what Lipstick Nick did. So I said, why don't I recreate that look? That would be fun. It'd be a good challenge to see how I do. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I have already applied my Wet n Wild lip treatment, e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, Maybelline Instant Rewind concealers in 160 as a corrector and 110 as a concealer. By the way, if any of you are Jeffree Star Cosmetics fans, which I'm sure you are if you're watching this video, if you have the concealer and if perchance you are also 110 in the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, what do you use in the Jeffree Star concealer? Because I really want to try that concealer, but I've looked at the pictures on the website and I don't see anything that is even close to this Maybelline 110, which is like my perfect shade match for concealer under the eye. So if you know, I thought about like sending the customer service department an email and asking them what shade I should get, but I don't know if they do that. I don't know if they give you recommendations. Probably not. But yeah, if you have a similar skin tone to me and you take Maybelline 110, what would you recommend or what do you use if you've tried both that and the Jeffree Star? Okay, my foundation is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation in the shade Beige. And then I forgot, I kind of spaced, and what I did was I applied the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost in Icy Execution. This is a highlighting blush. I used it in yesterday's video when I used way too much. Well, today I messed up and I put this on, and then I was like, wait a minute, you haven't put your setting powder on yet. So I actually have setting powder on over this. So now you can barely see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully add a little more. And I'm going to try to go away from that center section where the red is and go over to the side here where there's just a few little tiny splatters. Yeah, I don't know what I was so anxious to use this that I put it on before my powder. But I don't like as much blush as what I used yesterday. Oh, that's nice. I like that much. This is so, it was worth it to me to get the Supreme box just to get this. I really hope that he releases a whole line of these highlighting blushes because I love the idea of that, of having your blush and your highlighter just be one product. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that a lot. Okay. And like I said, my setting powder is already on. I use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in 05 Fair. Oh, and I forgot to say, I also have my contour on, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Contour Wand in Fair/Light. I did fill in my brows with the NYX Microbrow Pencil in Cool Ash Brown. Is that correct? Yes, that's what it's called. And let's take it from there. Okay, so I have a picture on my as my wallpaper of the look that I'm doing, but I can't see it because I'm filming with the camera on my computer. So I'll have to do it from memory. Okay, so I'm going to use this domed shader brush and my MAC Painterly paint pot. Took a little break from this, and going to go back to using it because it does work really well as an eyeshadow base. And the thing with these is you have to keep using them or they'll dry out. So you don't want to stick this in a drawer and forget about it, because then the next time you use it, it's not going to be usable if you let it sit for too long. All right, that should be enough. So we'll set that aside and dive into this palette. Now, yeah, I studied the look that he had on in that video. Does anybody know if she's still his makeup artist? As far as I know, she is, but I guess there was some controversy there because she also works with people that he hates, like James Charles. um, so, yeah, there was some controversy with that. So I don't know if she's still working with both of them. That must be very hard for Lipstick Nick to remain neutral and try not to take sides or talk about the other person when she's with the other one. All right, so it looks to me like what was done first, I would assume. You know what? I don't have the brush that I need in front of me. Be right back. I'm actually going to start with this large brush. This is like a concealer brush. And I'm going to go into Respect. And we're going to use that as a transition. And it's like a peachy color. So I'm just going to pick up some of that. And we're going to buff that all through the crease. And I'm also going to put that all over the lid area. So that's going to be like a base color for the entire look. And hopefully the other shadows will blend on top of that well. Because, you know, sometimes it depends on what colors you're using, but yeah, that's like a super neutral base. So I don't anticipate any problems. All right, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shader brush and I'm going to go into the bright pink called Blow Up Doll. Mrs. the Doll is going to go into Blow Up Doll, pick up some of that, and here comes the mirror. And I'm going to put that in the outer part of the crease. I'm not going to take it the whole way over. I'm just going to do like maybe from the halfway point over. This is very pigmented, which is not easy for companies to do a bright matte pink. All right, we're just going to put that aside for now. And I'm going to take a different, a smaller shader brush, and we're going to go into the yellow, which is called Self-Expression. And it has one of these hatchet mirrors embossed on it, which is so weird since I've got one in my hand. All right, now they put that, or she put that, all in the inner part, like very liberally. So we're going to bring this down to the inner corner where you would normally put it, but then we're going to take it up and just cover this whole inner section, because it's quite prominent in the look that she did on him. You can clearly see that yellow. That's why I didn't bring the pink all the way over. So this is like a greenish yellow, like a chartreuse. Okay, I'm having some technical difficulties here. I set my hatchet mirror down on my keyboard by accident and deleted the last clip. So I'm just going to have to tell you what I did because there's no way I can take it off at this point. What I did was I went back to the brush that I used with the pink and added more color and brought it up higher. And then I dipped that same brush into the peach transition shade and blended in between the peach and the pink to fade it out. So that's all I did. That's all you missed. Nothing too important. But so the only difference between what you saw before and now is the pink comes up higher. All right, fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small blending brush and go into Redemption, which is a blackened teal or a black with teal in it. So I'm going to pick up some of that. Yeah, I got to watch that mirror because this mirror is so heavy that when I set it down near my keyboard, it pressed a button to delete the clip that I was working on. All right, so I'm going to go into the corner of my lid. And we're just going to work on this whole corner area here. Now this is an extremely dark color, so I'm going to have to be very careful that I don't overdo it. But this is going to give us some depth and dimension. I think I better go look at that picture one more time just to be sure I get this right. Okay, so I'm dipping my brush back into Redemption now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be very careful here because this is a super deep color. So I want the bulk of it to be on the outside, and then fade it back a little. And she took it in pretty far, from what I can tell. All right, let's stop this for a second and grab a lip brush. Yes, a lip brush. Pick up some of that teal shade and take it underneath the eye, because I can tell she used that same color. Lip brushes work excellent for, getting precisely along those lower lashes. Usually works really well. Okay, now I'm going to take my NYX Retractable Eyeliner in black, because it looks like she also used a black eyeliner on the waterline. Now there is another black in this palette called Soul Sucker that has shimmer, but I don't think she used any of that, but let me double check. Okay, I just looked at the picture again, and no, she did not use any of the shimmer shade. All right, I think let's go back to this brush and back to Redemption, and I'm going to take this into the corner and bring it out and try to get the shape in the corner that she used. So I was just looking at the picture again, and I see some definition right along the lash line. So I think what they did was, I think they used a black eyeliner, a black liquid liner, right along that lower lash line. So why don't we add that so that it will look more like the picture. So this is an LA Colors eye marker pen. It's got like a little ball in there to help mix the product. So yeah, let's add that. So you want to go as close to the lash line as possible. This is not easy, you guys, to recreate the look that a professional makeup artist did, because I'm just a regular person, I've never had any training. Everything I've learned is from watching YouTube videos. All right, now should I do anything on the outside? Yeah, let's do a little bit. Let's connect it. Just a little. Just a little wing. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to, no, not this brush, and go back into the peach and blend between the teal and the peach so that there's no harsh separation and it fades out a little bit, okay? Now I'm going to go back to this brush and go back into Redemption and just deepen this up a little bit. Oh, this is coming along nicely. It is time consuming though. Yep, let's deepen this up. All right. And switch back to that brush I just had. And blend between the two areas again. Yes, yes, you can do it, doll. All right, now I'm going to shut the camera off and attempt to do the same thing on this eye that I just did on this eye, and we'll come back and use a lip product to me that looks very similar to what he had on his lips for that look. Wish me luck. Okay, so I went back and looked at the picture and they did not do any kind of a wing on the outside. It's all shadow. All they did was a thin line of the eyeliner across the lid. So I had to very carefully remove the little wing that I put there and fill it in with shadow. So this, and by the way, I'm going to try to find that picture and then post it at the very end so you can compare the two looks and see. On my lips, I'm going to use one of the products that was in that box. And, you know, this is the kind of thing that makes you realize the quality of Jeffree Star Cosmetics, because this is the mini liquid lipstick in Halloween Nudity. See how light this shade is? This looks very similar to what is on his lips in that video that I watched. And do you know how hard it is to make a color like this and have it not look like hell on somebody? Watch this. This is such a light color that, you know, if you don't have an excellent formula, it's going to look like crap. So full opacity. Doesn't look streaky or anything. Yeah, I think this is very similar to what they used on him. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can find that picture and then insert the clip right here at the end of the video so you can see how I did. What do you think? How did I do? I think it came out pretty nice, pretty close, right? Not so easy to do, trust me. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Give this a thumbs up. A for effort or E for effort. Bye.